you know, if we weren't up 2-1, I might not be willing to do that, but because we are up 2-1, I think I'm going to be willing to do that. So we have Buehler going up against this Trey Ball, but I think instead I'm going to. You know what? No, I'm going to let Buehler pitch. I'm going to make a strategic decision here. I'm going to let Buehler pitch, but we might have to go longer with our bullpen. So I'm going to stick with Buehler in this. I'm going to let Buehler. He pitched really well in Game 1. I want to reward that, and I'm going to let him go here in Game 4. All right. So does Trey Ball against Walker Buehler here, Game 4. All right. So Tigers get 1 in the top of the first. Another 1 in the top of the third. All right. Another 1 in the top of the fourth. Buehler's at 44 pitches. All right, let's take a quick look at Buehler. He is still okay right now, but I think I'm going to get him out probably after 5. All right, so we're up 3-0. Let's do until runners in scoring position for Buehler. He gets through another solid inning there. I think we're probably going to look to pull him here. I don't want to run him too hard, even though he's pitching really well for us. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get Sleggers warming up so we can get somebody that can give us a couple of innings. All right, so we are still up 3-0. I'm going to do until runners in scoring position for Buehler. Okay, so he does allow a run, and we are going to get him out. We're going to put Sleggers in. So 5 1/3 innings for Buehler, 72 pitches. Oh, and Sleggers allows a run, so now it's 3-2. All right, let's see if he can. Okay, so Sleggers does manage to get out of the inning without allowing any more runs. But it's 3-2 now. All right. And Sleggers is still in. We're going to let him do until runners in scoring position. 2 outs. And it looks like a man on second. So we're going to let Sleggers see if he can get this guy out. And it looks like a fly ball into left field. And it will be caught by Kendall. So we've managed to keep our 3-2 lead here. And I am going to get Jimenez warming up for the 8th. All right. We do not score on the top of the 8th, so a 3-2 lead. We are going to get Sleggers out of the game. We're going to put Jimenez into the game. All right. He gets us through a scoreless bottom of the 8th, which you know what that means. We are going to get Steckenrider warming up for the bottom of the 9th, a 1-run game. Tigers do not score on the top of the 9th, so it is bottom of the 9th, 3-2 game. Jimenez looks like he struck out the side in the last inning. That's nice to see. I might actually let Jimenez face the very first batter, Candelario. 3-2 count, and he walks him. So that was probably a bad decision. So we are going to get Steckenrider into the game. And we will do batter by batter because this is a very tight situation. 0-2 count against Mazika. I think that's how it's pronounced, the catcher. He hits it into left field, and it is a bloop single. So now runners on first and second with no out. Rosario up, 0-1 count, and it hits him. Oh, man, now bases are loaded with no out. Steckenrider in a massive jam here. Hit to the right side, and it'll be a double play, but a run will score. And it is a 3-3 game, and Steckenrider now has to get this last out to avoid a walk-off game. And a 1-2 count, hit into left, but it looks like it was a fly ball that will be caught by Kendall. But the Mets tie it in the bottom of the 9th, so we will head into extra innings. All right, we do not score in the top of the 10th. Steckenrider is still in the game. We now have to get people warming up for him. Let's get Minter warming up. So I was hoping to close that game down. Runners in scoring position. 1 out, men on first and second for Steckenrider. This is not looking good. Let's see if he can get this out here. Looks like a deep fly ball into right field, but it looks like it'll be caught by Harper. It is caught by Harper. They are trying to take up to third. They will get there. So men on first and third with 2 outs. Candelario at bat. He's a left-handed hitter, so we are going to bring Minter into the game to face him and try to get out of this here in the bottom of the 10th, try to push it into further extra innings. All right, and Minter pitches it into left, and it looks like it should be caught by Kendall. And it will be. So we will move on to the 11th inning, still tied 3-3. And we do not get anything in the top of the 11th, so now Minter up. All right, so he gets through a clean bottom of the 11th. So we're gonna have to get another pitcher warming up here for him, because he's at 18 pitches. Looks like we're gonna have to get Stump warming up. All right, so we are in the top of the 12th now. No score from us in the top of the 12th. So now Minter's up. Let's do runners in scoring position again. He gets through that inning just fine, but he's looking like he's starting to get tired. We're gonna set Stump back down, and we're gonna get Kayla warming up instead. All right, so we're gonna do until runners in scoring position again. All right, so we got a man on second, Mike Trout with 1 out. Cody Eves up to bat. Let's see if we can get something here. Eves hits it through the middle. Trout looks like he's coming home, and Trout will score on an RBI single from Eves, and Detroit takes a 4-3 lead. And now Santana up with 1 out. Man on first. Santana hits it into left short foul territory. It will be caught. 2 outs now. And that brings up Vasquez. And he hits it on the ground to the left side. And, he boots it at second base, so all of them are safe. All right, so men on first and second, 2 outs. Pentecost up to bat. 3-1 count. Pentecost hits it into right field. It will drop, and another run will score. It is now 5-3 here in the top of the 13th. And with that being the case, I'm just going to put Kayla I'm just going to move him into the game immediately, so we don't have to worry about him getting tired. All right. And he is... and the pitcher gets a single! No, we do not want him to try to score. Wow, what a great job there by Kayla. All right, now Kendall up. And Kendall hits it into the right side, and we're just scoring now. 2 more runs come in, and it is now 7-3 Tigers here. In the top of the 13th, Guerrero is up. 0-2 count, 2 outs, men on first and second. And Vladimir Guerrero strikes out, but we strike for 4 runs in the top of the 13th inning. Kayla is the new pitcher. And he gets through a clean bottom of the 13th and out in a wild game number 4. Tigers take it 7-3 in 13 innings with a massive outburst in the top of the 13th inning. And now the Tigers on the cusp of their first World Series title since 1984. And it'll be Michael Fulmer, our ace, going in game number 5 in New York. Again, not 100% rested, but we're going to let him go anyways. We want to try to close this thing out. We don't want to take any chances here. So here we are, game number 5 in New York. Tigers on the cusp of a World Series title. It'll be Fulmer versus DeGrom, the ace matchup. And let's see if the Tigers can close this bad boy out here in 5. All right. So 1 run for New York in the bottom of the first. We get 1 back in the top of the second. Another 1 in the top of the third. Nothing in the top of the fourth. So 2-1 through 4. We get 3 in the top of the fifth. 5-1 lead. Fulmer allows 2 back, though, in the bottom of the fifth, so it looks like it's going to be time to get Fulmer out of there. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get a pitcher warming up. We're going to get Slaggers warming up because we're going to need somebody to give us some length more than likely. All right, so Tigers are up 5-3. I'm going to do until runners in scoring position for Fulmer. He does allow a run with no outs, so we are going to get Fulmer out of the game. Gave us a valiant effort. We're going to put Slaggers in. Hopefully he can get out of the rest of this inning. And now a man on second with 1 out. So let's see if he can finish off this inning for us. And a deep shot on a 1-2 count. And it's a home run. I don't believe it. And New York, just like that, takes the lead 6-5. I do not believe it. Oh, man. All right, so Tigers do not score in the top of the 7th. We're going to leave Slaggers in because we need to get some innings out of him. All right, so still a 6-5 game. Familia is now in. We do not score in the top of the 8th. We're going to need to get somebody else in there. We'll get Kayla warming up. We'll do runners in scoring position. All right, so man on second with 1 out. And we are going to get Schlegers out of there. I don't trust him. We'll get Kayla into the game. We'll see if he can close this out and leave it as a 1-run game. All right, so he strikes out Lindsay. And now Jimenez is up. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Liner down the left side, and it's going to bring a run in. Yes, so RBI double is now 7-5, New York. And he strikes out Familia, the pitcher, but is now 7-5, New York. So we're going to go batter by batter here, see if we can get something going here. But Familia strikes out Eves. There's now Santana up. 1-1 count, 1 out, top of the 9th. Santana with a liner into left, and that will drop. So man on first. All right, and that brings up Vasquez. Vasquez, deep shot into left field. Doesn't have enough. It's gone! Vasquez with a game-tying 2-run homer. Oh, what a play. And it is now 7-all here in the top of the 9th. Pentecost is up. He strikes out, unfortunately. But now Kayla, who would be we are going to get somebody out. I'm going to have Kristen Stewart replace him. That means we'll need to get a pitcher warming up. It is going to be Brady Dragmeyer. We'll get him warming up. And we'll have Stewart pinch hit. 2-2 count. And he strikes out, but the Tigers tie it in the top of the 9th with a 2-run homer from Vasquez. And now let's see if Dragmeyer can get us through the bottom of the 9th. All right, 2 outs, men on first and second. Let's see if Dragmeyer can keep this game going into extras. A grounder on the right-hand side, and he will. So we are tied at 7-all, heading to extras again. Kimbrell's now into the game. Let's see if we can. Let's just do batter by batter here again. This is too exciting. We're on the cusp of World Series here. All right, 1-2 count. Kimball pitching to Kendall. Pitch, and Kendall strikes out. All right, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. up now. 1-1 count. Hits it on the right-hand side. Ground out to the first baseman. All right, so it's now 2 outs. And Bryce Harper up. Let's see if he can be a hero. 0-2 count. And Kimball strikes him out. So an easy top there. All right, so we got Dragmeyer up. And we need to get another pitcher warming up. We're running out of bodies here. So it looks like Stump's going to have to be our guy to go to here. All right, so Stump now. We're getting him warming up. We're going to do Dragmeyer until runner's in scoring position. He gets through that inning for us. All right, so we're going to go. We're going to go ahead, and I'm going to move Stump into the game now. And if he has to bat, he has to bat. But we're going to make use of it. All right, so Trout up now. He strikes out. So Kimball's just mowing our guys down. Cody Eves up now. 3-2 count with 1 out. Eves hits a grounder on the right side, but it is a ground out to the second baseman. So there's now 2 outs. Luis Santana up. And he strikes out, so Kimball is just mowing our guys down. All right, so Stump is now into the game. We are in the bottom of the 11th. Runners in score. He gets us through a clean bottom of the 11th. So our bullpen, unfortunately, is nearly out of bodies. But you can see the only pitcher we have left is Alex Faedo. So we might have to let Stump hit. We'll have to see what the situation allows us. So here, top of the 12th, Jeremy Vasquez, who had the game-tying home run in the top of the 9th. He's up against Steven Okert, the new pitcher. 0-1 count. Vasquez hits a grounder on the right side to the second baseman, so he is out. That'll bring up Max Pentecost. He hits a grounder on the left side, and he is out. All right, and then Stump, unfortunately, we're going to have to let him hit. And Stump will strike out. Not much of a surprise. Alright, so still deadlocked at 7. Stump's still in the game. We are going to let him go until runners in scoring position. He gets us through a clean bottom of the 12th, but he is probably starting to get tired, so unfortunately we're going to have to get Faedo warming up. This is not an ideal situation, but it is what it is. So Okert up, Okert still pitching, top of the 13th, go to the back of the starting lineup. Kendall will strike out. That brings up Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He hits a ground ball to the left side, and he is out. So 2 outs now. That'll bring Bryce Harper back up. See if he can be a hero for us here. And he walks. So Harper's on first. Mike Trout up. 1-1 count. Trout hits a grounder on the left side. And he gets him by a nose. So Trout is out. So we got nothing in the top of the 13th. Still tied. Stump is up. He's still okay at this point. I want to keep him in as long as I humanly can because I'm not excited about going to Faedo. But we will do what we can at this point. Alright, so Stump, I'm going to go batter by batter with him and see how far he can get us. So Stump strikes out Lindsay. Alright, so that's 1 out. He's still okay. We're going to let him face another batter. Jimenez, a 1-1 count. Jimenez, ground ball onto the left side. Oh, and a throwing error. And that'll put a man on second base. Alright, so we got a man on second, 1 out. And Stump's still pitching. We'll have him face the pitcher, Okert. He strikes him out. Alright, so he will now face Dominic Smith with 2 outs. Man on second, 2-2 count. Let's see a Stump. And it gets through. And the Mets are going to walk off in 13 innings by a score of 8-7. So we will head back home for Game 6. This World Series is not over yet. So unfortunately, we cannot win Game 5 to close out the World Series. So we will head back home, but that'll give our bullpen a chance to rest, which will be nice considering they got just absolutely, they were just used as much as we could use them at this point. So we will now move on here to Game 6, see if we can close this thing out at home and try to win the first World Series for the Tigers since 1984. All right, so they have Burrows going for us in Game 6. Again, he's not 100% rested, but this is the bed that we've left ourselves with at this point. All right, so Game 6 at home. Tigers have a 3-2 series lead. It'll be Harvey versus Burrows. Let's see if we can close out the World Series. All right, so we're here, Game 6. Burrows getting the start. And let's see how this goes. All right, Tigers get 2 in the bottom of the first. Still 2-0 after 3. Burrows at 47 pitches. Still pitching well. All right, we're going to do runners in scoring position because he's at 62 pitches. And Bo Burrows was injured. Oh, man, they are trying to make this difficult on us. All right, as much as I hate to do this, because I don't want to burn our bullpen out in case we need them, I'm going to have to put Faedo into the game. I don't like doing this, but we're going to have to because Burrows was injured. All right, so with 1 out, he'll put Faedo into the game, and he allows a run immediately, but he manages to get through the rest of it, so we're okay so far. All right, so Tigers still up 2-1. Faedo is into the game. We're going to do until runners in scoring position. He gets through the top of the 6th. All right, so we might be okay still. I am going to, as much as I don't want to burn my bullpen out, I'm going to get Jimenez warming up. I'm not sure if I trust Faedo to keep this going. All right, and we score 5 in the bottom of the 6th. Maybe I will let Faedo go a little bit longer. No need to burn out our bullpen unnecessarily. We'll set Jimenez back down. Let's do runners in scoring position for Faedo. All right, so 1 out, man on second. Let's see if Faedo can get through this without too much damage. All right, line drive into right, and looks like Harper is going to make the catch. They will take up to third, though. All right, and 2 outs, line drive into right. That'll drop, so a run will score. But it is only 7-2, so I'm okay with this right now. Okay. So he knocks in one, 7-2, Faedo 0-2 count, and he strikes out Dominic Smith. So this is going to be the end for Faedo, I think. We're going to get Jimenez warming back up for us. So we're going to get Jimenez warming back up. All pitchers. We're going to get Jimenez warming back up. All right. And we'll do Tigers get another one, so it is 8-2. Faedo gives us 2 2 2/3 solid innings for us there. All right. But Jimenez allows 3 in the top of the 8th. All right, that's not ideal, but that just means we'll have to get Steckenrider warming up. All right. So Steckenrider will be warming up for us. We'll do half inning for the Tigers. They get 4 more in the bottom of the 8th. Looks like we are about to wrap up our first World Series since 1984. Let's go ahead and let Jimenez go batter by batter here. See if he can get us. Okay, grounder back to the pitcher. That is 1 out. All right, next batter, Michael Conforto. Grounder to the right side. And he's out. Okay. So 2 outs, 1 out away from our first World Series since 1984. 0-2 count. Right side. Oh, and it is into right field. Okay, so no celebration yet. All right, so Jimenez is getting tired, and Steckenrider, let's just get him into the game. Let's just try to end this here. So Steckenrider will come in. He'll face Jeimer Candelario. 2-1 count. Man on first. 12-5 lead. Steckenrider, a grounder to the right side, and there it is! The Detroit Tigers have won the World Series in 6 games over the New York Mets. The first World Series for the Tigers since 1984. Yes! And the culmination of all of our hard work over the last 5 years comes to fruition. A 4-2 victory in the World Series for the Detroit Tigers. All right. So with that, I am going to end this episode on a high note. I want to thank you guys for watching our World Series victory. Feel free to mash that like and subscribe button. Comments and feedback, always welcome. And I will see you guys for the next episode, which will be the off season after our World Series victory.